think I'm going to be excited, and I think I'll be pleasantly surprised.
One of my favorite quotes is from George Adair. Everything you ever wanted is sitting on the other side of fear. Consider that for a minute. To get what you want, you just need to get past your fear. I can hear some of you now. Fear? I'm not scared. Well, I've been scared since July. I've had trouble progressing in my Maffetone training, building my aerobic base. Fear is a powerful emotion. It often masquerades as a cloak of protection, keeping us from doing the things that may cause us harm. Sometimes the real damage comes from the inaction that fear enables. I've avoided at all costs those things that make me uncomfortable, specifically when it comes to running. But there is no growth in the status quo. Sooner or later, that caution and those fears that prevent me from getting hurt or put on the spot stagnate me. That's all about to change, and it starts today.
Yeah, I'm actually going to do an experiment. I'm actually going to run today because I've been doing a lot of hikes on the trails, and that's super exciting, and I love that, but I want to run. I just want to see how the legs feel as I transition into this. Yeah, I didn't clean off the SD card for a while, so I'm just going to have to get out there and go for a run without it. And I'm just going to have my little trusty phone with me. So hopefully the quality is not as bad. I think I'm just going to do 8 kilometers. Run is done. And I'm happy to say that considering I haven't run for quite a while, I ran 8 kilometers today, perceived effort. I didn't do anything with MAF, but just perceived effort. And I'm pretty happy with where I am. I mean, I could be worse. However, there's a glimmer of hope that everything is going to work out just fine. Sometimes you just got to breathe. Sometimes you just have to know that things are going to be okay. And you don't have to worry, right? Like, I kept worrying about shin splints. I kept worrying about my knee. And I just, that was the first kilometer I was thinking about those things. But then as the run continued, I spent more time wondering where I was going to go to the washroom than I was worrying about my knee. Happy to say that everything worked out. You just have to get out the door and put in the work and just make things happen, because no one else is going to do it for you. Now, I wanted to know how things looked with regards to my trail hiking. I've been doing that for a while, since September. I'm just doing calf raises right now. And if I'm progressing, I think I have. Let's take a look at the numbers and see what a couple of months of just trail hiking has done for me. But first, I have to drive home. Now, as you all know, I've been doing a lot of hiking, specifically since like September. Very little running, probably like next to no running, maybe 1 or 2 runs. And to be quite honest, the reason that hasn't happened is, yes, I need to lose weight and whatnot. I'm kind of scared, right? I'm allowing fear to dictate a little bit too much as to how much I run. And the reason why I've been kind of fearful is I'm fearful of kind of regressing back into injury. And so I've been really trying to come at this at a point where I'm okay with it. And I'm pushing through the fear. And it's not the fear that I can't run or the ego takes over. It is the fact that I don't want to get injured again. So I'm doing everything I can to minimize that. And I've removed running from that for a long time because I'm scared. I'm just scared of that. And I'm just being honest with you guys because I always am on my channel and you just need to hear it from me. Now, for a lot of you guys know I'm very optimistic and I pushed through a lot of adversity and whatnot. And that's what's happening, with today's run. Like I actually did an 8-kilometer run today and I'm super happy with how it went. I mean, yeah, was I paying attention to heart rate? No, I was actually running by perceived effort to see what I can do just on my own without looking at heart rate. And, it was okay. It was 146 beats a minute, which I was happy. I mean, it's over an hour for 8 kilometers. I did stop and walk a couple of times. I took some pictures. The video is very shaky, but, the GoPro basically has no more space and you forgot to clear it out. So you kind of make do with what you got. So when I first started off hiking with my wife in September, this was like the 20th of September, we went out and we did the Boyne. We've been doing this kind of loop religiously. It's like we've been doing it every week, multiple times. And so since then, I mean, we started off, basically an hour and 15 minutes is basically what it took us to do this particular over 6 kilometer trail. And, one of the things is with my heart rate was 123 beats a minute. My pace was 217. And, I was okay with that. I mean, obviously we had to stop a couple of times and my heart rate was a little bit jaggedy. You can kind of see here on the chart, right? It's not exactly straight lined, which, it's fine. It is what it is, right? 123 beats on average. I'm okay with that, right? It was okay. And sometimes we stopped for a little bit of a breather and whatnot. Now, you push this out to November 1st. So we're basically about a month and 2 weeks, I would say, somewhere around there. And same distance. This one was 1 hour and almost 9 minutes. And my pace was 11 minutes a kilometer. All right. Now, what's interesting is my heart rate. My heart rate was 114 beats a minute, with an average pace of 11 minutes a kilometer, which, you know what? It's improvement now, but look at my heart rate, guys. Look at that. The heart rate is a little bit more, I don't know if you can want to compare it. It's kind of still hard. You're still a little bit jaggedy. Yeah, there was a few more stops on this one. The weather was changing, so we had to kind of watch how we did things. Now, I wanted to see how much better I got, and I wanted to see kind of like looking at it from a racing standpoint. And so I went out on November 28th, so 27 days later from the last one, and same course, but I did it in 1 hour and 5 minutes. My pace was 10:37 a kilometer, and it was cold. It felt like -5 that particular day. And I did the same kind of loop. Now, what's interesting is my heart rate was 146 beats a minute, so basically 20 some odd beats a minute more. But look at my heart rate. It is much stabler as opposed to my hiking, which was fascinating. But again, I'm on the trail doing my thing and I'm feeling pretty epic while I'm out there. And so I kind of pushed the pace a little bit more. Obviously, my heart rate was a little bit higher, but I was extremely happy to see that. And then to go out and see how I did on my run today, man, I am improving. I'm pretty happy with everything. So again, sometimes you have to push through the fear to get what you want, because everything that you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear, right? So if you confront it, if you push through it, it's kind of like the promised land, right? Like, it's awesome. And I'm pretty stoked to actually see where this could lead. I'm very, 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 very optimistic that I'm actually better than I think I am. And so, again, just sharing what's going on with me, guys, just being truthful, being honest, showing you firsthand what happens when you stick with it. Don't give up. Follow your dreams, and things happen for you. So just push through the fear, because it really, really does make a difference. And I think this video right here can certainly help with improving on your running or walking. And you can compare the two, which is better, walking or running. I talk about it in this video and I think it'll help. So until next one, guys, get out and run. Fear can literally paralyze you, stop you dead in your tracks, and you never move. It stops you from achieving what you want in life. And if you're a runner and you want to improve, you got to overcome the fear.